How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about ChargePoint. So I made a video this week saying I would not add to my position unless it falls below $18 or in the low $18 range. The day after I put that video together, ChargePoint had a big pullback, getting into around the $17.50 level. So you guys knew exactly what I did. And now, look what we see ChargePoint do, trying to make a move to 20. This is why I say, as an investor, you want to time your entries. And for traders, you want to make sure that you are reaping the risk to reward ratio, and you could have easily done it in this situation. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is a technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the recent short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know what the buying and the selling behavior is like on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for ChargePoint. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $19.33, being up 8.84%. On the low, it tested $17.71, and then on the high, testing $19.73. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 13.729 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 10.08 million shares. So we ended up seeing some above average volume in ChargePoint. We saw a lot of momentum in the EV sector, and it was able to benefit, and we had a nice day. I know I said that already, but I got to say it again. Now, when we take a look at the daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, it is right around 43.17. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here on the chart, we are below the 200-day, the 50-day, the 100-day, and the 21-day EMA. And like we were discussing in prior videos, ChargePoint is in a bear market. But remember what I said, I would consider to add to my position if we got below $18 in the $17 range or in the low 18s. Right after I did that video, we got down to a low of $17.60 the following day. So you already know I was able to add a little bit more shares, and then look where we are right now for today, seeing highs of $19.73. This is why I said you want to time your entries correctly. But if we want this bullish run to continue, we need ChargePoint to get above 20 bucks. At least get to the 21-day EMA at $20.20, and then seeing where we could go from there. I feel things will get real bullish if we reach up to the 100-day here right around $22. For now, we are still in a bear market. We're still in a tough territory, and we still can pull back. I want to make sure you're not naive of that and you are aware of that. But again, if it does pull back even more, you guys know what I'm going to do. Again, I want to wait for it to get back into that $17 range before I add more to my position. But for the most part, it was a great day from ChargePoint, and I can't wait to see how it performs for the last day of 2021 for tomorrow. So we're going to take a look at the short interest information for ChargePoint. So for the dark pool short volume ratio, it was at 53.48%. And then for the dark pool short volume being just over 2.7 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 6 million, updated 8 minutes ago. And then for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 0.47%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of the 28th, it was at 24.76, and then for the close of the 29th, it was at 53.48. So this was just yesterday. So this is a big time increase right there, and it does contribute to the fact why ChargePoint has short squeeze potential. That's why when we saw momentum coming into the EV sector, we see ChargePoint coming all the way into the mid $17 range, making that move just under $20. That's why I'm saying keep an eye on this play. Things can get very interesting. Now let's jump into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for ChargePoint ChargePoint. So we can see here on the inflow it's at 26.90, and then on the outflow is at 28.34. So we end up having an outflow day. Taking a look at the breakdown, we had 0 on the large. On the medium, we had 15.60, and then on the small, we had 11.30. Then on the outflow side on the large, we had 0. On the medium, it was 15.84, and then on the small, it was 12.50. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, we see zeros down the board for ChargePoint. Now, when we analyze the numbers even further, you can see for the small scale orders that tends to represent the retail side, we had more selling than we had buying. And then when we take a look at what happened on the medium, we had more selling than we had buying. And of course, for the large, we had 0, which tends to represent institutional orders. Now, when we take a look at the turnover ratio, it was at 4.15%. So yeah, this is up there for a stock like ChargePoint. But one thing that is clear, there were a lot of traders that were going in and out of the play. It did see a big time run up. And these are one of the reasons why there was a lot of volatility inside of the stock. So many people are going to sell to take profits. But one thing we also cannot ignore, we did not see a lot of activity on the institutional side. And this is a great thing. So most of that movement that you're seeing inside of the stock could be representing the retail side. The odds are very high. So this is why you want to have a game plan. So let's jump into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for ChargePoint, there's a few things we need to take into consideration here. First thing, we need support to hold at $17.50 going into tomorrow. If it ends up breaking through that, this is where we can start getting closer to $17 range, and you guys already know what I'm going to be doing. Another thing to keep in mind, we do have a strong psychological area right at the $20 level. So if we're able to actually get above the high of the day, which was around $19.71, I could be wrong on that. You can correct me inside of the comment section. It can get very interesting. Another thing is we do have one more day left in the year of 2021. So the volatility, I'm not going to be paying too much attention to it. And if you're looking for a bullish reversal, then you're going to want to see ChargePoint get to at least $21, make that move to $22. And once it gets above 22, this is where I can see this stock really start taking off. But we could have some more volatility, so you want to keep that in mind. When we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information in regards to the short volume, it has more than doubled. So we see, as far as for the overall market sentiment, a lot of shorts are saying, hey, this stock needs a pullback. So this is why I said, if we have catalysts that come in to the sector, like I said, for EVs and what happened for today, we saw this with many other stocks, ChargePoint can make a serious move. Going back from $17.71 and then reaching all the way to $19.73 is a big move overall for ChargePoint in one day. So I don't want you guys to be naive. Continue to be patient, wait for the right setup, and then execute your game plan from there. Whether you're a trader or you're an investor, there is opportunities. I'm an investor when it comes to ChargePoint, so I like taking advantage of the dips. It is a growth stock at the end of the day. It will have those pullbacks, and that's where I find opportunity. And if you're a trader, you're going to want to see the stock respect support levels, and this is why I talk about it inside of the technicals. So continue to keep an eye on this play, and if we have more money flowing in to the small and medium cap stocks, then ChargePoint can benefit from this, as well as seeing catalysts inside of the EV sector. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and let's see how ChargePoint performs for the last day of 2021.